In today's energy markets, I want to focus on natural gas. To start the week, we're seeing quite a significant move lower in the nat gas complex today. We saw it starting to develop last Friday when the weather patterns started to shift, and over the weekend, certainly the weather patterns appear to be shifting towards a more warmer type of environment, at least short term, and I think that's why you continue to see this downward pressure. And boy, I tell you, when you look at the price action today, we saw nat gas open down quite significantly, recovering a little bit throughout the day, but still definitely at the lower end of the range, currently right around the 2.37 level. So it's 2.237, excuse me, is the current price level. So just above the 220 level. And when you look at some of the dynamics within the marketplace, I think you've got to look at the weather forecasts. They're one of the big driving factors today, as the market's still trying to incorporate maybe some of the other dynamics within the price structure when you look at the trade situation, some of the other things. But I think the focus today was the weather patterns and the shift towards a more warmer type of structure, at least moving out of December. And when you look at the expectations for the heat degree days, those were ratcheted down quite a bit over the weekend as well. So therefore reducing what would appear to be demand, and therefore again putting some downward pressure on the nat gas space. And when you look at the price action, the trends in place with this gap lower, I think we're basically testing those October lows right around the 2.187 level. So we got down just above there today, held there, but no question, when you look at it from a trend standpoint, if we were to break below 2.20 and hold below there, that you'd have to think that we're going to go back and maybe test that $2 level. Now, the one thing about the price action here, it's very different structure than it was a year ago at this time when we saw natural gas really significantly priced significantly higher as we headed into December. And that dynamic is still a potential, because when you have the weather patterns shifting as quickly as they can during this season, particularly early in the extraction period, the structure, the futures are vulnerable to some significant volatility. So even though we did see this gap lower, it wouldn't surprise me to see us actually fill that gap in the next couple of weeks, because now the expectations have certainly been shifted back towards a lower demand structure, which again, if those weather patterns shift anything outside of what is the expectation right now, that there's a setup here where you could see the natural gas actually close that gap before possibly trending lower as we moved into 2020.